Hello friends, welcome back to my education channel. Today we are going to read the third chapter of 6th class Tulip English book, Need of Silence. I am going to read the full chapter for you so that you can improve your reading skills. Friends, मैं आपके लिए पूरा चैप्टर रीड कर रहा हूँ जिससे कि आपकी रीडिंग स्किल्स improve हो सकें. So let's start. New words, festive, commodity, pace, peculiarly, pierced, dread, feasting. This age will probably be known as the noisiest in human history. We create a lot of noise, not only to show that we are in a happy festive mood, to canvass votes, to advertise a commodity or a point of view, but also for its own sake. Noise is the greatest bane of modern life. In every moment of our lives, we are being distracted by necessary noise, unnecessary noise, purposeful noise, and the purposeless enough to weaken our nerves and madden us. If the average Indian life is only 65 years, note this was written many years back. We have only ourselves to blame for it. The noise in and around us is wearing us out at a terrific pace. Someone noted recently that present-day babies are peculiarly loud-throated. They look elegant and sweet, no doubt, but the moment they open their mouths, they let out a shattering volume of sound. School teachers do their best from the beginning by ordering every few seconds in the classroom, silence, silence, but it does not appear to have any effect on children. They remain in the noisiest creatures on the earth. I think there will be an all-round benefit if a period of absolute silence is introduced in every class timetable with a prize at the end of the year for the quietest or the most soft-spoken person in the school. Hawking in the streets has of late become a little too much. It seems impossible to concentrate on any study or writing at home, particularly if one's window look over a street. Even if one retires to the back of the house, one may not be saved, since the hawker seems to set the pitch of his voice on the basis that you should be searched out and pierced through and through even if you are hiding in the innermost of the house. At the moment when I am writing this, I see and hear two plantain sellers coming on each other's heels, almost trying to bark each other out of existence. I fear that the Grow More Food campaign has brought in only more plantains, since I noticed two more hawkers coming in with the same commodity. Now for a variation, I suppose. A seeker of old paper and empty bottles is expressing his wish in a rich space, filling voice, a knife, others follow. All that we understand is that they are shouting something. It may be about anything from gingerly oil, cake to lotus flowers, brinjals or bangles. We are surrounded by moving, loud market all the time. I have a dread of living next to a man owning a motorcycle. When this motorcyclist starts out, the agitation he creates lasts half an hour. Even after the machine itself has gone out of his sight. On Sundays, this enthusiast tests and touches up his engine, whereupon the whole locality is converted into a sort of gold factory. I say gold factory because in my experience it is the most deafening place on earth, when the ore is pulverized before being treated with cyanide. This was all I could catch of the whole process when I visited a gold mine some years ago. My guide was explaining everything to me in great detail, but I could only see his lips move. There was such a clatter all around. It has been the same experience for me in any factory. I have often been taken around many types of factories, but as my guides move their lips, I give up all attempts at knowing how cotton or silk is converted into yarn and fabric. The noise of machinery is always at a higher pitch loudness than the voice of the guide, a fact that is generally overlooked by those who take people around factories. While all the explanation is going on, my mind keeps feasting on visions of a zone of silence. I abandoned a very comfortable house once because of a neighbor who switched on his radio every morning at 5 long before even the gates were unlocked in any radio station. The result of such an early switching on was that the neighbors kept up a sort of humming, a more harassing accompaniment, unbroken like the humming of 1,000 bees. I fear that this simile may mislead my readers by its poetic association, but far from it. This humming was like the squearing of one's brain by many instruments of torture, something like a pneumatic drill operating at one's temples. Why my neighbor should have queued up so early in the day in order to receive a radio program was a thing I could never understand. Its only effect was to make me get up early, since I did not like to lie in bed wallowing in uncharitable neighborly thoughts the first thing in the day. Moreover, I was not without hope, since a friend who knew all about radios told me that my neighbor's habit of switching on the radio when the transmitter was still cold was the way of destroying the valve, if not the radio itself. But nothing occurred along those happy lines, and I made to move on. I sometimes feel that God, who constructed the human body with so much forethought, seems to have become weary when he came to the ears and left them as the most vulnerable portion of the human body. The result is that we spend all our hours longing for something that we cannot attain, namely silence. It is written by R.K. Narayan. So friends, I hope you have liked this reading of the chapter. If you have liked it, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. And also don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can get the notifications of the latest videos uploaded by me. I will come up with the explanation of this chapter very soon. Till then, it's bye bye and take care.